Hello grapplers and welcome to a new video. Yesterday I was streaming, we started talking about how to be relaxed while ranking. And this can be applied to going to tournaments, but I can give you my experience. First of all, let's focus on the game, the actual game. One thing I would totally recommend you is to play within your limits. That means, for example, I'm still learning on pad. Right now I switched to DualSense. I'm still getting issues doing this combo. I'm being more consistent at it, but I'm still having issues with health stab into super level 2. So while I know that is one of my issues, I would try to focus most of my game on poking, which is the place where I know I'm gonna excel at. Even in some situations where I could, I'm gonna try to avoid it until I have a more concrete solution to that issue, which is probably gonna be practice and getting that more often. At the end of the day, by that I mean you don't have to go for the crazy stuff. You can just play the character very simple until you get to the level of doing those things. Trying to go for combos you're not used to, trying to go for setups that might not work, etc., will start piling up. And for example, if you whiff that combo, someone might go and do a comeback on you. You might get into burnout and then you'll basically lose the round. So how do you fight that? Keep playing clean and within your abilities. You don't have to go crazy. Remember, this is a fighting game. Anything can happen, so keeping it cool really helps. And talking about cool, you don't have to go to ranked. You don't have to go to anything in particular. You can just watch videos, get used to it, see how other people play. Basically, you can experience the game slowly. You don't have to go immediately into rank. You don't have to focus on anything. And focusing is also a very good thing. You can have goals. I want to reach 1800. I want to get to master, etc., etc. But those are not goals you have to really obsess over with. Play the game, learn from your mistakes, talk to your peers. I don't want to plug the stream, but if you want to come here and show your replays, you can do it. That's okay. And understand that you're not gonna get better by complaining all the time or by not understanding that you're actually doing something good and you might not recognize it. So always watch your wins, your losses, because that's gonna help a lot. Don't go crazy. For example, you can play Zangief with standing heavy punch, maybe 1 SPD, only light SPD. You might not be used to using heavy or mediums. OD Lariat, even though it might not be the most optimal one, and then general poking. Until you get to the point where you can go for something more risky, like, I don't know, this reset, which basically that's +8, so you have to delay at least 4 frames. Playing the character within the strength of the character is very significant. You're playing Zangief, well, Zangief, this side. Zangief is a very defensive character. A lot of people get really frustrated when they try to play this character offensively. For example, something I've seen weirdly very often, I guess after the knee nerf, is doing this, and they get hit. That's not real. They can wake up with buttons. They can stop that knee. Another Zangief player can even SPD that. So if you keep going, repeating the same mistakes, you're always gonna lose. Keep it fresh, but within what the character is supposed to do. For example, if you want to play Zangief, one thing I can give you right away is that headbutt is very important, extremely important, and crouching light punch. Just to name a few things. It's mostly a poke character with a high input SPD. So yeah, you have to understand the weaknesses, strengths of the character and yourself and try to work them together so you can apply all the things you know or you're learning to into the character and so on and so on. Be confident in your game plan. Once you start winning, by doing something very simple, you can start moving on. And when you have that foundation of your game plan, you're gonna start getting directly benefited in terms of confidence. Because you know your game plan of footsies is very strong, so that from that point onwards is only getting better. Staying hydrated is very important, and this is something that has been studied, not like a new thing. You'll see that we have from the National Library of Medicine, you'll have that there are studies between hydration, anxiety, and how they work. There are several of them. Most of them, I have to be honest, go back to the same conclusion that being healthy, being hydrated is a good thing. And the action of being hydration, the action of grabbing something, drinking, basically is done to reset your mindset. within a match. And this is something that happens all the time, pretty common. Not that all players drink because they are thirsty. They do it because they want to relax themselves, focus on the drinking, understanding that the previous situation finished. This happened in the Singapore tournament. You'll see it in every single tournament really, but this is just a small example. You have Shoot over here, the guy who won the tournament. You'll see that after landing the combo,
You're not gonna walk me down, no way.
Oh, the jump back, level 3.
Are you serious?
That's stand light kicks. That's Shuto's thing.
Okay.
so you can get used to situations. Usually drinking is the easiest one, but you can get used to maybe breathing exercises or any other action that basically helps you to change your mindset. That is pretty common. I'm not an expert. I'm not a psychologist, psychiatrist, or anything, so I can just give you my very level surface about those things. But the reality is that's how basically they work. And having a good game plan, something that you can rely on while having something that helps you to relax between sets is basically very, very, very important in playing fighting games. At the end of the day, have fun. That's basically what this is. I know, crazy concept, playing video games to have fun. You'll do better. Don't worry too much. It's just a very random video, I guess. I just wanted to say a few things. Take care of yourselves. Keep playing Grapplers. Hydrate. The Siberia Lab. We're playing on pad at the moment. And you know what? I like it. Take care. Bye.